What if you lived alone with 10 dogs deep in the forest? Could you survive on just $1.50 a day? The nearest grocery store is over 5 kilometers away. Would you still want to live here? And this is what life is really like in my tiny house deep in the forest. Hello everyone, my name is Lan and I'm 32 years old. I live alone in a small house tucked away deep in the mountains of northern Vietnam. The village I call home is surrounded by forests and mountains. Every day, the only sounds I hear are birds singing, the wind rustling through the trees, and the gentle flow of a nearby stream. My life is simple. I grow my own food, cook with whatever nature provides, and spend most of my time with my dogs. My bedroom is only about 6 square meters. There's just enough space for a small bed and a few essentials. It's nothing fancy, but to me, it's the most peaceful place to come home to after a long day in nature. Every morning, I wake up surrounded by peace. Today's no different. I wake up to find my dogs already gathered around my feet. I pour out the last of their kibble and let them enjoy their breakfast. My dogs get incredibly excited whenever they see food. The moment they hear the bag rustle, they all come running, wagging their tails and gathering around my feet. Some look up at me with hopeful eyes, while others can barely contain their excitement. Watching them like this makes all my tiredness fade away. Feeding them every morning is one of the happiest moments of my day. They never ask for much, just a full meal and a chance to stay by my side. For them, it's the perfect way to start a new day. And for me, it's the most peaceful beginning I could ever ask for in the middle of the forest. Their eyes are filled with kindness and trust. Without a single word, I can tell they're saying, "Thank you for giving us a home." They're so obedient that whenever I call, they all come running.
Đây nào, ra đây. Cút vào đây nào.
The local market only opens early in the morning, so I wake up very early every day. I go there to buy food for my dogs. I love them like family. I go there to buy food for my dogs, so I always want to take the best care of them. The market is quite a long walk from my house. I've never measured the exact distance, but I think it's around 5 kilometers. I don't have a vehicle yet, so every trip to the market is on foot. I always leave while it's still early in the morning. It's my favorite time of the day, just to make sure I arrive before the market starts to empty out. About 800 meters from my house, the road splits into 2 paths. To get to the market, I simply keep walking straight along the dirt road ahead. The left path leads farther into the mountains. The other path leads deeper into the old-growth forest. The air feels amazing this morning. Last night's rain washed away the heat of the previous days, Sunlight is slowly making its way through the trees. As I got closer to the market, a little dog ran after me. It was incredibly cute. Luckily, the pork stall was still open when I arrived. If I had been any later, everything would probably have been sold out. Today, I only plan to spend about $2. At first, I was going to buy some pork, just like I usually do. But after standing there for a while, I found myself looking at the pork liver instead. I took a moment to think about it. In the end, I decided to buy the liver. Not because it was cheaper. My dogs had been eating pork for the past few days, so I wanted to give them something different today. I've also heard the liver is rich in vitamins and nutrients, as long as it's fed in moderation.
55.000.
As you can see, 1 kilogram of liver only costs $1.50. Is this price expensive or cheap in your country? Let me know in the comments. Now let's get our change and head home.
Về đây.
The houses in the town are big and beautiful. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to live there, but in the end, I still prefer my little home. It's quiet, the air is fresh, and I always feel at peace there. Everywhere I look, everything feels fresh, green, and full of life. My house sits on top of a fairly high hill. At the foot of the hill is a large lake. Whenever I pass by, I always stop for a moment to take in the view. After last night's rain, clouds still blanket the entire hillside. The last stretch of the walk home is always the hardest. As I neared home, my dogs came running to greet me. They wagged their tails non-stop and looked so happy. I walked back home with them.
Ăn gì chưa? Cháu mẹ đang ăn gì? Nè, đây nè.
After bringing the liver inside, I decided to boil it and mix it with rice for all the dogs. Some sat quietly by the kitchen, while others followed me everywhere, too hungry to stay still. Each dog had its own way of waiting for dinner. Seeing them like that, I just wanted to get their meal ready as quickly as possible. I lit the fire first and put a pot of water on to boil. While the water heated up, I washed the liver carefully. As soon as the water started boiling, I added the liver and cooked it for about 15 minutes. My little puppy kept dozing off while trying to wait for dinner. It was incredibly adorable. I reheated the leftover rice, and it was still warm and fragrant. I poured the rice into a large basin to prepare their meal. By then, the liver was cooked just right. I took them out and let them cool down. Then chop it into very small pieces so that the dogs can eat it more easily. added the chopped liver to the rice and mixed everything together. The rich aroma filled the little kitchen, making the dogs even more eager for their meal. Some sat quietly by the kitchen door, while others followed me everywhere, as if afraid I might forget their share. I gave each of them a small portion of liver to try first to see if they liked it. Seeing them eat so happily, I knew I had succeeded.
Đây của kem này. Đây của cậu mẹ này. Nhẹ nhàng nào, đúng không? Đáng ơi, ăn đi. Món này ra đây, món này, này. Món này, có món này. Nhanh nhanh nhanh. Đây đây. Có món. Rồi, chờ tí nhá, chờ tí cho nó nguội là ăn nha. Rồi.
The rice mixed with liver is also ready. Now all that's left is to divide it into individual bowls, and today's meal is complete. Before I knew it, they were all standing around me, their eyes fixed on the trays. Each dog waited patiently until I placed its meal on the ground.
Nào, ăn cơm đi. Món ơi, kem ơi nào. Ở đây. Món này ra đây. Về đây, vàng về đây.
Only after I gave the signal did they begin to eat. Some ate quickly after a long wait, while others took their time, enjoying every bite. The little puppy slowly walked to its tray, still looking sleepy and incredibly adorable.
Đây của kem này. Đây món này, có món này. Vào ăn chúng nó chứ.
Soon, the yard was filled with nothing but the sounds of happy chewing, bowls gently clinking, and wagging tails.
Ăn đi. Ăn đi mà lấy sức nuôi con nhá.
Watching them grow a little every day gives me even more motivation. For now, they're still young, with so much left to learn. I'll be patient and grow alongside them every step of the way. I hope that one day they'll be strong enough to cross the forests and explore new places with me. It's a journey I've been looking forward to, one day at a time.
Cảm ơn, ăn đi. Đây cho mẹ này. Rồi, hết rồi. Cơm đâu nuôi chó, cơm đâu nuôi gà.
After the dogs had finished their meal, it was finally time to prepare my own. I suddenly remembered the sweet scent of ripe pineapples I had noticed a few days ago. A few days ago, while walking past the hillside behind my house, I caught the sweet scent of ripe pineapples drifting through the air. So I grabbed a basket and headed up the hill behind my house. As I got closer, the sweet aroma of ripe pineapples drifted through the breeze. Just as I had hoped, many pineapples had ripened to a beautiful golden color, filling the air with their sweet fragrance. Today seemed to be a lucky day for me. Not only did I find fresh liver for my dogs, but I also came home with a basket full of ripe pineapples from the hillside. Some days, happiness is simply when everything goes just the way you hoped. After bringing the basket of pineapples home, I decided to make a pot of sour soup for lunch. The first step was peeling away the thick outer skin. Then I carefully removed each pineapple eye. The first time I tried, it took me quite a while because I didn't know the proper way. Sometimes I even cut away more fruit than I should have. After doing it several times, it gradually became much easier. Now, let's cook this simple meal together. I hope you have a peaceful time watching the video.